Gillette Toxic Masculinity ad, directed by Kim Gehrig for production company Some Such, founded by Sally Campbell. It's meant to be, or supposedly, a razor ad, but it's about a lot more than that. It's about social activism in the form of, men are bad, basically, and that they need to change for the better. Here's some of Gehrig's previous work. Breasts being oppressed by a certain bra, so buy a new bra and they'll be completely different. They won't pressure your breasts, treat them as an object. So it's just this magical thinking that goes through it. It's quite amazing. Even the most reasonable conversations are met with a great deal of fear and backlash and outrage. So you don't like the ad, you're acting out of fear. If you don't want to buy a Gillette razor again, you're just being an outraged little boy throwing a tantrum. What I think is surprising is the content of the ad shows all kinds of men behaving in lovely ways. Well, yes, it's men, it's men intervening against other men. This is the template of feminism, social activism. It's really nasty stuff. Previous ads by Gehrig. This is again the bra ad. So describe breasts as being lumped together, forced apart, poked, pressured, pushed, oppressed, restricted, exposed, before ending with the line, "No more, it's time to be kind." Again, it's exactly what is going on behind the Gillette ad. You can buy a certain product and, everything will change. It's armchair activism. It's Sally Campbell, the founder. Again, more previous work by Gehrig. So steroids, muscle, bodybuilding, all evil things that men do. Previous work by Some Such. There's some reactions to the Gillette ad at the time. So this was January 2019. The ad was only shown online. It was on Gillette's website. Also, they put it on YouTube, never part of print, TV or radio. Gillette has been running the best a man can get for 30 years. It was a simple, easy to use slogan. Procter & Gamble bought them out in 2005. The competitive market for Gillette has become more difficult. Discount razors, they've dropped from 70 to 50% of market share over the past decade. Gillette has been forced to drop the price of its razors by about 15% and is on the verge of losing master brand status. That's where you can easily dictate to competitors. It is in this context that Gillette debuted its "We Believe in the Best in Men" campaign. This is really the innovation, quote unquote. It's a new attempt to find a different angle to differentiate itself from its competitors, and I dare say it's failed badly. Part of Gillette's motive for running the ad is millennials and corporate social responsibility, that really nasty thing. In good hands, it can be well done. In most hands, it's empty signaling. It's vapid. And certainly Gillette's ad was exactly that. The marketing highlight: mental gymnastics galore. The video is responding to the cultural macro environment. Namely that, we can do things which will make the world better. It's hijacking a lot of social movements like Me Too, anti-bullying, sexual harassment. It's essentially a framework that via education and technology, we can make the world better. It's a progressive arc, a scientific progress towards a better world. This is very much part of the cultural macro environment. It's very empty, and it's targeting, it looks like it's targeting men, but it's not. It's targeting women to use pester power against men. In that sense, it's quite innovative. Here we got the best. It's the best part of the cock blocking. This image will be memed into oblivion. Man pursues semi-attractive woman and is blocked. It's just totally normal, natural stuff. And it's been redefined to be toxic masculinity in this ad. Talking will solve problems. Intervening will solve problems. It's very much a cultural thing. It's very big at the moment. And it's certainly not going away. Gillette is trying to tap into this in a very sort of very empty way, and saying that we are socially responsible. Buy our razor and you can make the world better. Societal marketing is an area where your social justice types can easily fit in. They can parasite themselves to the organisation. It certainly happened with Gillette. The idea of short run wants, i.e. I need a razor to cut my beard, and long run welfare. Well, I want to be a man who's not toxic and is emboldening the future and is bringing forward a better world. I want to open doors for feminists. So marketing does a whole thing where it says that advertising is simple and you've really got to go, long term and think of people, think of society, all stakeholders. This can mean even future stakeholders, so people who are coming to the country, people who don't even buy your razors, people who might look at somebody who used a razor in the past. It's so broad, it just really doesn't matter anymore. It's just a way to get in, and this is the avenue. So you've got to watch out for this if you run a small or medium-sized business. I mean, you just kick these ideas to the curb. It's only in really big businesses, such as Gillette, that these things can gain a foothold. I mean, look at this. This is directly from the textbook, but I love the wording. Even more broadly, many leading business and marketing thinkers are now preaching the concept of shared value, which recognises that societal needs, not just economic needs, define markets. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful in wording. Who knows whether they intended it or not, but that's exactly where we're going. Also from the textbook, published in 2018. And Procter & Gamble always uses a positive tone. The advertiser must choose a tone for the ad. And, they'll be feverishly rewriting this textbook because Procter & Gamble have completely smashed this apart, where they've had a very consistent message. They've deviated with this ad campaign. And again, integrated marketing communications. So it's the idea that you've got to be clear and consistent with all your messages. All avenues need to be backing each other up. They need to be complementary. And they've shot that to shit with this ad. They've gone against everything. It will be causing havoc for the other departments. In summary, Gillette are responding to the cultural environment. They have used demographic and psychographic segmentation to break down who they are targeting their ads to. They've also used societal marketing. Very, very devious stuff. And differentiation. Hey, we're not just a razor company.